Hi there, welcome to your weekly tarot card and crystal reading. Yeah! This is going to be for the week of June 13th to June 19th, 2022. And my name is Rebecca Schmidt of Trust the Effing Process. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm happy you're here. I'm happy you found me. Please go ahead and subscribe. I also offer daily videos, which are tarot card of the day. So they give you a little gist on what the energy is and what you're working with. I also do 2 videos a week that are called Truth Bombs. And they're just little 60-second videos where I share resources and things that I learned along my own spiritual awakening journey. So they're pretty fun, and I would suggest you check them out. All right, so let's check in with what the energies are for this week. And we've made it to the middle of June. So how are you feeling? How's June been so far? Is it treating you okay? Are you losing your mind? Is it summer where you are? Is it turning into winter where you are? Down here in Costa Rica, we are in a rainy season, but there's a mix of sun and lots of rain, and everything's very green and lush, and I'm enjoying it a lot, minus some of the mosquitoes. Okay, so look, I chose a crystal for the energies of this week, and this is a piece of rose quartz. So it's a little heart, and maybe you can see the back of it better. I'm not sure, but I love rose quartz. Do you know rose quartz? Are you familiar with it? It's a pretty popular crystal because it's connected to the heart chakra and love and also romance, right? So one of my favorite things about rose quartz is the warmth that I feel of when I hold these crystals or when they're near me. It's just this sense of safety, of maybe unconditional love. And it's a wonderful crystal to use if you're grieving or if you're dealing with any feelings of shame or guilt. It also helps with forgiveness of self, forgiveness of others, forgiveness of situations. We don't want to close our heart. Sometimes when really painful things happen, we protect ourselves by closing our heart. And I feel for many of you this week that you're going to open it a little bit more. I feel like you're taking a risk. So it's kind of exciting. And some of you may be taking a risk on love. We haven't had a lot of love and romance in my readings lately. So I'm excited when this little dude wanted to join today. I was like, woohoo! Maybe we're going to get some wonderful romance and loving feelings. And this could be towards yourself as well, of course, right? Self-love is where it's at, because once you can really love yourself, then you're probably really open to allowing another to love you as well. Ooh, scary stuff, right? But love is love. There's love for animals, there's love for friends, there's love for family, there's love for, what do you love? I love the sunshine, I love the ocean, you love certain foods, and then there's that romantic love that can make you do some really silly things and make you sweat and make you spin, but you know what? It feels good, doesn't it? Would you want to go through life without it? It would feel really weird. Okay, so those are... that's kind of the energy that's going on around this guy, and that's going to be part of this week. So let's see what other information we can get. See if I can give you any clarity, any confirmations, any guidance. Sorry, there's like mosquitoes and insects all around me here. But they're not biting, so that's good, right? Okay, so June 13th to June 19th, 2022. Whoa, you guys, all the cards just went shooting out, so I'll be right back while I pick those up. Excuse me. Okay, I'm here, I promise. I'm sorry that you're looking at maybe the top of my head. I'm not sure, but one card did come out, so we're going to use it. And guess what it is? It's the Star card. It's one of my favorite cards. It's a major arcana card, so more to do with your soul's evolution and your soul's plan than perhaps what you're wanting to do. But it's a good one because this one this energy has to do with expansion and healing and renewal and rebirth. And it actually, like where things may have felt blocked or stuck for a really long time, this is an energy where you can start to see chances or opportunities to make long-term plans. So it's this ability to find this wonderful balance and peace and take a little time to renew and restore yourself, and just know that like there's this wonderful balance that's now coming into the picture. And I love that, especially with the rose quartz, right? This person is naked. They are not afraid of who they are, their true self. They've gotten in touch with their true self. So is it time for you to get in touch with your true self? Is it time for you to connect in with maybe the stars and the universe? You know, some people laugh at astrology. They don't think it's real. But if you start following it, it's got an uncanny, you know, coincidence, so to speak, or uncanny, I don't know, what am I trying to say here? Ability to, you know, go with what's going on in my life. Like the stars are really, really showing me the way. They're guiding us. Everything's connected. That's my truest belief. So, you know, trust the effing process, of course, and allow things to play out, because this is really beautiful energy that you're coming in contact with this week. Things are really going to start to flow for you. And I think you're going to feel a lot more balanced and just connected to self than maybe you have in a while. Wow, another major arcana. So big things happening this week on a soul level. This is the Hierophant card. So we've had the Star, and now we're having the Hierophant. And the Hierophant has to do with our belief systems and our values. It can be to do with like organized, what do I want to say? Not organized crime. Maybe that's a message for someone out there. But I meant to do with like traditions and beliefs and like organized groups, like religions or political groups, things like that, that have definite kind of rules or beliefs that they follow. This could be to do with, you know, things like marriage and divorce. And I think above all, some spiritual lessons, like some bigger lessons that you're here to learn. And I feel like this has to do with change. I think it has to do with you changing some of your perspectives and deep beliefs. And I'm not saying change of your values, but I feel like you might be looking at certain situations and going, you know, I don't know if that really works for me anymore. Or I don't agree with what they're deciding. If it is a bigger group that you're involved with, I feel like maybe you're taking a peek at what really works for you and what maybe doesn't. And is that okay with you? Is it? You know? You know, you hear these stories about people who grew up in certain religions and they were taught to believe certain things, and then you get to a point in your life and things happen to you and experiences happen to you, and maybe you know, eyes are awakened or opened to seeing other ways of doing things or other methods of believing, and perhaps that's where you're at right now. So take a few moments. It's okay to change your mind. You don't have to stay believing the same thing you always believe, because you don't stay being the same version that you've always been, right? Oh, and you know what just popped through? This is a more romantic message with the Star and these breakthroughs and this beautiful peace and harmony. This maybe does have to do with marriage. And so some of you, you know, may be working towards unions or getting engaged, or maybe if you don't believe in any of those names or titles, you're just making a commitment. Maybe it's a commitment to another person. Maybe it's a commitment to yourself. Maybe it's a commitment to your community. Go with whatever comes up. All right, so here a card just flipped out. This is the Nine of Swords. So, you know, not a great energy to be feeling, but perhaps this has you kind of like your insides all coiled up or tightened up is what it's showing me. This is a card of stress. Like this person is having trouble sleeping, clearly. Hands, you know, their face is in their hands, they're stressed out, they don't know what to do, they're overthinking, they might be spiraling out, you know, worried. It just feels like something's too much. And what's coming through, and I may have said this in a recent reading, but if you can look at this card and at the quilts, if that person moved their hands from blocking their vision, they might be able to see that they'd be looking at a bed of roses. Pretty cool, right? I feel like I did a personal reading last week and that came through. It was the first time that had ever come through when I'd looked at this card and I thought, wow. Like, wow. You know, sometimes we're blocking ourselves with all this fear and stress and worry and, oh my God, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what the outcome's going to be. And I feel like shit and nothing feels good. And, you know, maybe it's a lot calmer and more beautiful than you think it's going to be. Maybe you just need to get out of your own freaking way, right? How many times have I needed to get out of my own way? But here I am, and that's the way we often learn, right? We got to get in our own way. We got to climb that mountain. We got to sink down into those depths, and I think that's what we came here to do. I don't think we came here to have la 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 la, although parts of it's like that, right? For sure. But I think that we came here to learn, and we came here to grow, and we came here to experience human things. Okay, guys, last card for this weekly reading, June 13th to June 19th, and it is the Four of Pentacles. So where are you holding on? Where are you holding tight? Could be to do with money. Could be to do with finances or a job. There feels like some kind of pattern or something that you're not willing to let go of. You know, maybe you grew up in a household where people were penny pinching. Is that what it's called? When you're trying to be tight with money or be careful with money. Maybe you're still doing that. Do you need to do that? Can you let go and allow things to flow? Are you doing that to do with your own, wellness, your own security, your own health? Do you know something's not good for you, but you keep doing it? Are you staying in a relationship or a job or something that you're just out of fear of you don't know what'll come next, or you're scared to get out of your comfort zone? Are you scared to spend extra money in case you're not going to have that come back? I feel like you need to watch some law of attraction videos. Check out those, what are they called, you guys? Something Hicks. It's coming to me. I know you're yelling it out for me. Abraham Hicks videos, Law of Attraction. Check those out. And maybe you can rewire some of your mindset or the way you're thinking or the way you're holding tight. Let me see if there's anything else. I think for some of you, you're just a little scared that this has been my security blanket. This has been my safety net. And guess what? It's kept you safe, but has it also kept you stuck? We don't want to stay stuck anymore because look, there's this way to move forward. There's this new way to think and believe. And maybe open those eyes, move those hands out of your way, and check out that bed of roses. Stop and smell the roses already. And you know what? Maybe just become more aware of where you're holding yourself back, where you're playing small, because it's time to let loose. It's that old record player has been going around and around. And I have a teacher that used to talk about this, and the needle is stuck in that groove, and that groove is getting deeper and deeper. And yes, maybe it's more and more comfortable because you've been in it around and around. You've been going through this loop and through this loop, and guess what? It's time to let it go. So, wait, that's not the sound the record player makes, does it? That sounded more like a car slamming its brakes on. But maybe that's what you need to do. Whatever it is, make sure that you're checking in with this feeling, right? This is how you can make the best decisions. Ground yourself. Make sure you're feeling like, you're not all spiraled out. You don't have other people's energy all over you. Cut and clear those cords. And you can do that by just saying, I want to cut and clear my cords. I want to send all the energy back from everyone else that I've now absorbed. Send it back to them. Come back to yourself. Feel your feet on the ground or your bum on the seat or whatever. If you're lying down, your whole body, the where it's touching the bed or the floor or whatever you're lying on. And just come back to you. Maybe take a few deep breaths. Maybe feel your heartbeat. And if you're trying to decide something, wait until it feels warm and fuzzy. Because that feels good. Then it's a yes. If you feel excited, if your heart feels like yes, you can't even put your hands on your heart. Get really quiet and ask a question. And then listen for the first thing that comes up or the feeling that you get. If it's cold and scared, it's probably not the way. But check in if that's your fear. Are you still trying to hold tight here? Or if you're really ready to let that go and have a rebirth. Birth into a new version of yourself. A new life that you knew was out there, but you weren't really sure how you could obtain. So I'm going to leave this there, but I hope that you enjoyed this weekly reading. If you're ready for a personal reading, please reach out. I love doing them. We can connect in via video call, or if you're down here in my neighborhood, happy to meet with you in person. And also I do voice recorded readings. So you just let me know if you have any questions or topics that you want to ask about, and I connect in for you, and I voice record the reading and take photos of the cards and the crystals, and I send it all your way, and you can listen to it as many times as you want. I find a lot of my clients listen to things again in the future, and then they're like, whoa, now I really understand that. It might not always make sense in the moment, depending on what messages want to be shared with you. So trust the effing process. Have a wonderful week, and don't forget to subscribe. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and please share it with your friends and family, because maybe they'll get some wisdom or messages out of this too. Okay, sending you so much love. Trust the effing process.